right.
Ready.
Hey, good morning, everybody. Welcome to Winning Women's Wednesday. I am here with my amazing guest, Miss Nikki Watson.
Hi.
Hi, thanks for being here today.
I'm so excited to be here. Thank you for asking me.
Absolutely. So I did have the pleasure of attending one of your events yesterday, and you were amazing.
Thank you.
And I had a blast, but you did make me sad.
Sad?
You did. You made me very, very
No.
sad. So I am a diehard minimalist.
Yes.
So when you said no more white and no more gray cabinets,
No.
oh,
No.
that was hard for me. I did finally, literally in the last month. I mean, when I say white, I mean all white.
All white?
All white. A month ago, I finally got rid of my. I know, and I have children. Got rid of and dogs. Got rid of my white couch and did get like this beautiful forest green.
Oh,
couch.
that sounds awesome.
It's awesome. It's lovely. My Maltese was very scared of it for a long time. Like she would stand and bark at it, which was so weird. Like it's just a couch. It doesn't move.
Nervous.
She was nervous. Well, because she also is white, so she didn't understand why there was color in the house. So yeah, that's been hard for me to digest the last day or so.
Yes, white. I feel like it's making its way out.
And I get it. I'm seeing that with the builders I work with, and the little pop of color is fun.
Yes.
You did put up a picture that was kind of my worst nightmare. It was the I think the couch was kind of an orangey color, and the back wall was all these
Full of stuff.
It was so full.
Mm-hmm.
It was
That
so
me
full.
too. 'Cause
Yeah.
I wouldn't do that in my house.
Oh my
because-
goodness. And it actually was lovely. It all blended together beautifully. But in my house, it was not going to look like that.
No.
There was going to be a dog on this corner and a dog on this corner and like paint and everything else because of Alan. So yeah, no. And I think that's why I'm such a minimalist, because it's going to get filled up.
Oh yeah.
So
That's what happens.
how did you get into this industry?
Oh, kind of by accident. So I started
Always,
right? Everything happens by accident.
As every good entrepreneur knows. Yes.
So I had a regular job at a flooring company, and I started out in the office. I was just doing paperwork, minding my business. And one of the execs came down and said, "Hey, Nikki, you should think about going into marketing. We really need a marketing rep, and I think you'd be good at it." And I was like, I never sold anything ever in my life.
So literally they just had a position to fill. And
And they were like, "You should do it."
you need to do that.
And I said, if I hate it, I'm coming back to this desk, and me and whoever's here are going to do this job together. So
Love it.
I went out and started doing marketing, and it never turned back. I loved it. That's what I wanted to do. I guess I didn't know I wanted to do it, but
Right.
I loved it. Went out, started meeting realtors, investors.
So when you
building
say
relationships.
marketing, what do you mean exactly?
Marketing, like going to get business from these people that need flooring.
Okay.
So
okay.
they just said go out, and
Because
didn't
you
give me
do
any
so much more than
instructions.
that now.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So that's just kind of how I got into the
Yeah.
world of real estate and design.
Okay.
Was the flooring company was like the first step.
Very cool.
Yeah.
So how did you take that into staging?
So I met a stager, very amazing guy named Jason Maxwell. He was one of my clients for the flooring. A guy,
Okay.
yes,
Okay.
he was a flooring client of mine. But he had a staging company. But he also did remodels. So
Okay.
he would do the whole remodel and then stage the house. So his company did everything, and he would buy floors for me all the time. So I was his rep. Then I went over to his warehouse one time. I'm not even sure why. And I was blown away. It was just the most amazing thing I'd ever seen. And I was like, this is what I want to do. And he ended up moving his business, closing his business, moving back to Arkansas, where he's from. But he was the biggest company in our market right here in like Richardson.
And he moved back to Arkansas.
He moved back home with his
does that?
parents,
Okay.
and just a big life change. And then realtors were freaking out. They were like, "Oh, I don't have a stager." And I was like,
I'll do it.
maybe I'm the one that'll help you out. And they were like, okay, if you can do it. And they gave me a chance. So,
Were you scared?
of course,
How did you push through that?
just kept, because I knew I had the talent.
Yeah.
I just didn't have the business side. I didn't even know this was a business until I
Right.
met him. So, the business part kind of scared me, but the actual labor part didn't
Yeah.
scare me because I knew I can do that.
Awesome.
So I just like, oh, this part right here, I'll make this happen. on the way.
I love that. I love that. I mean, that's a very entrepreneurial spirit.
Yes.
Were you like that as a kid?
I feel like I was. I remember being really young, and my mom taught us how to sew. So I was at home making hair bows out of blue jeans, like old blue jeans, and I would just
love it.
put it on a clip, and I would take them to school and sell them for like $1.
Oh yeah, so you were born for this.
Oh yeah, I think I was
That's
always
awesome.
always an entrepreneur.
Awesome. And then you have on a headband today. I love it. I love it. So, side note, I'm very excited. This weekend, my daughter is having her 18th birthday party.
Oh.
And her sister in New York has flown home, and we are putting this whole party together. And Gracie's very reserved. She's pretty introverted. She does not care about this birthday party at all. So Caitlin and I have turned it into a whole Love Shack Fancy birthday party. Wow. So we've got the Love Shack Fancy bows to go on the plates. I am so excited.
I love this. This is so cute.
There's going to be flowers everywhere, and Gracie's just like rolling her eyes every time one more thing comes in.
Really?
We have these cute little cosmetic bags. Oh my gosh. It's going to be so fun.
This is going to be cute.
It's going to be so cute. Yeah. I don't know if she's even going to come. She may not come.
She doesn't even like this stuff. She doesn't care.
I'm so done with y'all.
This is y'all's party, not her.
It's totally our party. Yeah. Totally our party. She just wanted to have friends over for pizza. I'm like, we're not doing that. That is
for
wrong.
18?
For 18. Like,
yeah, that's a pretty big one.
It's a big one. Yeah. Like, you've made it through. You're my last adult. Like, I'm getting you out of here. Like, she graduates in the spring. So yeah, so we're having a big party. I don't know if she'll be there, but if there's an extra bow, I'll let you know.
Yeah, so let me know. I will be there.
Right? I'll be there. So yes. So I love the headbands and the bows and all that. That's so fun. And you have how many children?
I have 3 daughters, biological, and my husband and I together have 8. We have
Let's just take
crew.
A moment.
We have a crew.
Now, are they all grown and flown?
Most everybody's grown. We have 1 senior in college.
Okay.
And then 1 junior in high school.
Okay.
So everybody else is adults. They are out.
You're so ready.
Yeah.
I know. I know.
They're out.
I feel you. So you built a business with children.
Yes.
What was that like?
It was, I think, because of the type of parent I was really, and my mom says this all the time, you're like a drill sergeant. You had those kids in line. So I feel like everybody had their job.
Yeah.
My job was to kind of build the business. Their job was to just go to school, make good grades, don't get in trouble.
Make good choices.
Make good choices,
yeah.
Come home, get things done, do your chores, do your homework. Like, then we do everything together, watch our shows, and we were a big American Idol fan, so we would watch this every week.
Nice.
So we would, make sure we had family time. I made sure I was home.
It's hard.
In the evening when they were home. But for the most part, and they were old enough to take care of themselves, so that kind of helped too. Because
absolutely,
I know
it does
that
make a
people
difference.
with smaller kids, it's kind of hard.
Oh, it was hard.
Yeah.
It was hard. When I first started in real estate, I was door knocking, pushing strollers and all the things. Yeah, no, it was hard. So, and even now as a coach, that's the biggest thing I hear from my realtors is how do you manage work-life balance? And, it's one thing with toddlers, and you probably experienced this too. When they're adults, they don't really go away.
No.
No, like no one tells you that.
That should be in some
it's
sort
not
of
in the
manual.
Yes.
Yeah,
like they don't just like mine are all they're my oldest has graduated from college. She has a job. She has a great job, but she's still always around.
Yeah.
Always, Mom, why aren't you answering the phone? Well, because I have a job.
Right.
I'm on the air.
Mm-hmm. They don't go away. You're right. It's so funny that you said that because earlier today,
which is sweet.
I'm getting texts
yes.
and calls. I remember when I have a set of twins. They're 30 now.
Oh, how fun!
And when the first twin, they both went to school in 2 different states. Of course, 2 different schools.
Absolutely.
Whenever
Absolutely.
they go.
Yeah.
And I used to sing a song every morning when I woke them up, like the Good Morning song,
Oh yeah. So cute.
And when one of the twins, she was in Louisiana, she called me one morning. It was probably second semester, and first semester I heard from them a lot. Second semester, it falls off.
Right. It's can you Venmo me?
Yeah, like I need a pizza.
Yeah.
That's it. I hear from you once a week. And she called one morning and said, "Mommy, can you sing me the Good Morning song?"
No, she
and I was
didn't.
like, "Oh my God, this is my moment. Like,
oh my, I got chills. That's so sweet.
This is so cool.
Oh my gosh.
But they don't go away. Like, you are always going to be around for them. So
yes,
that's
I know.
Just a cool thing.
Like mine can't, they're very close, but they can't coordinate amongst themselves to get a flight from Seattle to New York. Like, why do you need me to figure this out? I'm not going.
Oh yeah.
Like y'all can meet each other. So, and it is sweet. And I am so thankful that they're close, but it just means that as a mom, that work-life balance piece doesn't really change once they're gone.
No.
Like you're still right in the thick of it. So now, have any of yours got married? Because I'm curious if that changes then.
I have one married. Yeah, it has changed a little bit.
Okay.
So she's kind of more independent.
So that's what I'm looking for here.
Yeah,
okay.
You're looking for that stage.
Oh, Lordy.
That's a better
We
stage.
got a long ways.
That's a better stage.
And whoever takes on my son, bless their soul. God love him.
My youngest girl, she is the one that's in college right now. She literally calls me for if the wind blows too hard. Oh my God, I don't know what's gonna. She's so dramatic. She is just the funniest thing. And she doesn't want to do any what she calls adult business.
Right.
So calling doctors, making appointments. So she doesn't want to do any of that stuff by herself.
Right.
So that's kind of where I'm like, okay.
So now you're like their manager.
Yeah. I have to manage your life and my
Yes.
life and my business and all this stuff too.
Nice.
Yeah.
Good to know. So what in your business right now, where do you struggle? What's hard?
What is hard? Hiring. Yes. Hiring is hard.
Yes.
And nobody tells you that about in business.
No.
Finding the right people is tough.
Yes.
Because you want people to buy in. You want them to drink the Kool-Aid.
You do. And no one does it the way you do.
No.
They just don't.
They don't.
And that part's so hard.
And once you find the people that do drink the Kool-Aid, do not ever let them go.
Never.
Like they can't ever leave.
No.
Like
I
you're
totally understand.
in
Yeah.
prison.
Yeah.
This is your prison right here.
And that was really hard for me, shifting from doing as much real estate going into coaching. The person I had in real estate, absolutely amazing. Absolutely amazing. But she didn't really drink the Kool-Aid. Like, she didn't sign up for coaching. That's not what she wanted. And so she didn't just love it the way I did. And I would get so excited about these new programs, and I'd come in and I'd want to talk about these things and these courses, and she'd be like, okay.
Yeah, it's not important.
It wasn't. Like, and that's not that's not on her. That's
Right.
on me. I kind of switched the program on her.
Yeah.
And so, yes, no, that is so hard to find those people that are just in love with what you're in love with.
Yes.
Yeah.
What you do. And that's a lot about training. Training is hard.
Yeah.
Like you have to make sure you have everything in place. So that's the thing that I see a lot of businesses struggle is trying to onboard people. And if you're busy, that's a hard thing.
It's
to
like,
do.
just do it this way. Do it this way. That doesn't work.
It doesn't work.
It does not
So you
work.
have to have really good training programs for people to really understand their job and love their job.
Yeah. No, completely. So how big is your team now?
We have about 15 people that are there. We're the largest home staging company in the nation.
That's incredible.
Which is
and you
blows
stage
my mind.
everywhere.
Everywhere. So we do 6 vacant properties a day, 5 days a week. So we're pretty much all over North Texas. So
That's incredible.
From down to Tyler to Waco to
Oh my goodness.
Sherburne, Denison, all over.
Oh my.
Yeah.
What has been the most interesting property you've staged?
The most interesting. I think occupieds are very interesting.
Oh, yes.
Occupied houses are when people,
Because you see some things.
yes, you see some crazy things.
Like, yeah.
I think my most interesting client it was an NFL player,
Okay.
ex-NFL player. He played for a couple teams, but he had a room that was a shrine to himself. Literally a shrine. It had
Oh my goodness. What'd you do with that?
Hall
How do
of
you
Fame-
stage that?
It's crazy.
Yeah.
Hall of Fame jacket, Super Bowl rings. Like he had all this stuff that was
Which is also a theft concern too if you're putting the
Exactly.
house on the market. So not only is it kind of weird,
Yeah.
but for a realtor, that's kind of scary
it's
too.
kind of scary
Yeah.
because you don't know who's coming through. So that's how I used it.
Good call.
Was I scared him? I was like,
Yeah.
oh my gosh, what if somebody comes and steals this stuff?
Like
oh,
the
he
ring?
immediately
Oh.
started taking stuff down. He was like, oh my God, no.
Okay, good.
Because
Good job.
he, of course, he thought so highly of himself.
Right.
And every newspaper article he'd ever been. Like this was literally a shrine. It was crazy. But I just said, hey, if somebody comes through here and you don't know who's going to be with a buyer, or if
and your agent doesn't really know.
They don't know who they're bringing with them. So you just don't want to put yourself at that kind of risk, and he will immediately start taking stuff down. But you see a lot of interesting things in occupied houses. Yeah.
What has been a trend that everyone loved that you hated?
Everyone loved. I mean, I think I'm kind of off of the gray. I've been off of gray since the beginning. I thought it was okay.
Yeah.
It was pretty neutral, but then it just started getting really repetitive.
The floor to ceiling gray. Yes. I have a mix of gray and white, and now I do have the green couch because I'm trying to sell you back on this gray and white thing because I'm like, look, it's not going anywhere for me, okay?
Oh, my bathroom is gray, so it's fine.
That's nice.
It'll be gray forever.
Yeah. Yeah. What's your favorite new trend?
My favorite new trend is these paint colors.
They are now that the first one. Well, tell us what they are.
Well, there's different ones. So all of the paint companies that have released their colors of the year for 2025 so far have been like a deep purple plum color. Just really great colors. Vibrant colors. I like the deep saturated colors. They look amazing, and I'm really excited to use them more. So that's the trend, and I'm like leaning in. I love this. Yeah.
I don't remember which paint company it was, but the first one that you showed was a little daunting.
Yes.
It was a lovely color, but it was like just a very, very deep purple. But the next one had a little bit of gray in it.
Yes.
So I really did like that one. That was beautiful.
Slate. I want to say it's Benjamin Moore. Cinnamon
and what
slate.
A beautiful name.
It is beautiful.
Cinnamon slate.
It's a really pretty color.
Yeah. Yeah. I dig that. I really like that. So
they're doing a good job.
Yeah. And I think we're just kind of ready for a little after the economy, after what's gone on in the world. I think to just add a little color to our lives is very much needed. And do you think, you talked yesterday about how the color choices are made. Do you think that the last couple of years, the economy is a reflection of where we are with the colors?
I think so. Yeah. That really makes sense. So we've gone from blue to green to now like a really rich purple color. So I do see some correlation with that.
Yeah. I think that's pretty cool. And then wallpaper. Let's talk about that.
Oh my God.
I love a good wallpaper. Oh my goodness.
Favorite thing. So I just recently partnered with a wallpaper company, which is crazy. Just to think about going from, hey, I used to sell floors to now I have a brand deal. With Milton and King. They're based in Australia, but now they have
you're international.
International. That's crazy.
Right?
That's crazy to think about.
Yes, girl.
But they do have a location in Dallas in the Design District on Dragon Street. So
I know exactly where that is.
If you go down there and look, they have like 2,500 different choices. It's insane. They have so many choices, and if you pick one, like today, they can print it out and you can pick it up tomorrow.
Wow. We need to take a field trip.
Yeah. That'll be fun.
That would be so fun.
That would be
like
fun.
an on location, pick out your wallpaper.
Oh yeah.
What did you call it? Like what is the brand? Is it branded?
It's just Milton and King. That's their company.
Okay.
And then we'll be working on a kind of a combination, like a white label together.
Okay. That's so exciting.
It's crazy.
And would you have thought this how many years ago? Because when did you start your company?
1,000 years. No. I started about 2014, so about 10 years ago.
Barely 10 years. Okay.
And I still worked for the flooring company about 3 years after I started. Yeah. And then I left them in 2017.
So cool.
Yeah.
And now you have your own wallpaper.
Crazy.
That's exciting.
Crazy.
Oh my goodness. Wow.
That is exciting. But I love wallpaper. I've always loved it. I think that it's changed so much and people don't think about that, but it's just some cool designs out there, and you can just do so much with it.
Yes. No. So you have the wallpaper style that I do like now, like the anthropology and that theme. Mm-hmm. And then I just think of my mom, where she still has the blue hens. Yeah. She has that wallpaper border from the 80s. Oh, no. So yeah, you could do so much for her. So much for her.
Yes, the borders are not what we're talking about. We're not talking about
it's changed a little bit.
Yeah, I think my grandmother had roosters.
Maybe that's what they are. I think they're roosters.
Yeah.
I think they're roosters. You're right. Yes, yes. Oh my goodness. Wow. Oh, how it's changed.
It's changed.
What are you looking forward to?
So much. So we've done a couple TV shows with the staging company, and there are a couple more on the horizon. So looking
That's
forward
exciting.
to that.
Do you like being on TV?
I don't mind it. So
Okay.
I think that a lot of people are like, oh, I don't like the way I look. And, those
You have
kind
to
of
get
things.
past that. Like even on like these types of shows, you have to get past it.
I heard a lady say, you sound like you sound and you look like you look.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
So
and nobody cares.
Nobody cares.
Except for you. Like I
You
give
are the
Rick a
worst.
hard time because he will do me so dirty. We had a show a couple weeks ago, and I just don't know how he didn't let me know that like the hair was sticking up like this, and there was a hole in the back.
Guys don't care.
They don't care.
No.
They don't care.
They don't care anything about it. So
No. And then once it's aired, it's aired. I mean, it's out there.
It's
so
gone.
there's nothing you can do.
And there's nothing, like nobody else is going to notice that but you.
Yeah.
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 So yeah, TV is, I think that I'm okay with doing it. It helps our business a lot.
Absolutely. Absolutely. The exposure is huge.
And it's just, it's kind of fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They are fun. They are fun. Where do you struggle with your time management right now?
Oh gosh.
Because that's my thing, girl. I mean,
time-
if Ashley were here, she would tell you how much I try to make her do lists and organize, because that's my thing. I'm all about the time management and the planning your week in advance. She's not a fan.
What?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to tell you a secret, Michelle.
Ooh, I'm excited.
The class that I taught yesterday, I wrote it the day before.
But you did great.
The
You did
planners,
great, though. Yeah.
the planners out there are going to freak out. The night before, I was teaching a 1-hour class. I started from completely scratch. Like there's nothing from the year before in there.
Yeah.
And I did it the night before.
But you know your stuff. You know your stuff, and you did great. It does make me cringe.
Yes.
It does make me cringe a lot. Yeah, because I'm like, I know that I'm speaking somewhere November 14th, and I'm already putting it together, planning it, practicing it,
I am
all the things.
Literally the most minute person you'll ever meet. Like I'm not a planner. I'm the opposite of a planner.
But does it work for you?
It does.
Then that's okay.
That's why
totally,
I do it.
Yeah.
Because
If it works for you,
turns
that's
out
totally
good.
fine.
Yeah.
Yeah. No. Totally get that. So, oh my goodness, it does make my little heart's like beating really fast now. Oh my gosh.
I have friends that are spreadsheet people and they're big planners and they have to know everything. I am totally not like that. But on my team, I have people. That's how you have to know who to hire.
Yeah.
You know what your strengths are.
That's right.
And
you're the
need-
visionary.
Yes. So I'm I hire the opposite from me.
Absolutely. So you were smart enough to hire someone that would manage your schedule for
yeah.
you and make sure you're in all the right places. You just have to come up with the content, but you already know it. Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
And you're going to be, okay, tell me about the show that you're going to.
On this weekend. So
Yes.
it is, I call it the Super Bowl of furniture. So it is the big furniture show in High Point, North Carolina. We have a market here in Dallas. So we call it the World Trade Center where you can go see vendors. But this is where all of those people go to show their new stuff that's coming out 6 months from now. So what we're seeing now is not even available yet.
Okay.
So we'll go. I'm going on Saturday through Wednesday, and it's the High Point Market in North Carolina, and there'll be thousands and thousands of designers from all over the world there to go see furniture.
Like, so am I going to see what's going to be in Restoration Hardware in the spring?
Yes.
But it's not Restoration Hardware that's there, right?
It is their vendor.
It's their vendor.
It's their vendor.
Okay.
Where they get their furniture from.
Okay. Very interesting.
Right.
Very interesting. So what are you looking forward to the most?
Looking forward to seeing what's new, like what the furniture companies are offering now, because I feel like I've seen a lot. Like you've seen a lot of furniture. Everybody has.
Oh yeah.
So I want to see what new innovations are out there, what they're predicting for next year, because you can pre-order because they'll have prototypes there. Just I want to see what's new and what new spin that they have on
Yeah.
their couches, or those kind of things. What fabrics they're using, what shapes, and those kind of things.
I'm in love with lighting right now. Like I've seen so many beautiful lighting pieces where it's really just works of art, and I think that's so cool.
It is really cool. So a lot of designers are starting to do like private label for lighting. So they're creating like on sketch pads new lighting, and I've seen some amazing stuff come out of these designers. And I think that lighting companies are super smart because they're hiring these designers to come up with these new designs, and they are blowing it out the park. It is looking really, really good.
There's some really cool stuff.
Yeah.
What how do you stay in budget when you're staging? Like with so many fantastic options, how do you do that?
So using the right vendors. So and with staging, with any staging business, bottom line, we're just like an investor. So we are investing in our inventory. It has to look good, but it can't be top of the line price.
Right.
Because
you're not going to get the cloud couch from Restoration Hardware.
No. And if we do, we would get it at a wholesale price.
Right.
Like we would go to their manufacturer and get it at, if somebody specifically asked for that. So we're trying to make sure, or we'll get a dupe, something that looks like it, but it's not that price. So just making sure that we're staying on our budget, so it doesn't cost the customer in the long run more money.
Where do you find the most cost effective furniture? Do you feel like where, if I want a deal, where do I go?
As a retailer, I mean, like you're going. I like, everybody's probably gonna hate me for this, but I like Living Spaces.
Okay.
They have some really good furniture, and it's not super high, very expensive.
Right.
I think Living Spaces has their hand on what people like.
Okay.
And then how to make it affordable.
Okay.
So they pick out some really good stuff, and I think that that's one of the places that because we do that for design jobs too, we'll shop there as well.
Okay.
Nebraska Furniture Mart, hit or miss. If you are a bargain hunter, their clearance section upstairs,
interesting,
amazing. So I think they refresh every Tuesday. So you'll go on Tuesday and they'll put out what's on clearance, and you can find some incredible stuff at some great deals in there. So
where would you go for the most like unique, eclectic pieces?
That I would just ride down to different places like the Design District.
Oh my gosh, they have so many incredible stores right now.
They have all these little pockets, all these little stores, and you can just pop into one and kind of see, look at pricing, because some of them are a little pricey.
Sure.
But if you find one that just has maybe some, clearance or something that they just don't use anymore, sometimes they'll just say, hey, just take it from here. There's some good. Oh,
I like that.
Some good vendors down in the Design District, and you just never know what you'll find in there, and stuff that you'll never see anywhere else. Yeah, because usually they're making it there,
which I love. I love that. I also love. You mentioned yesterday we were talking about art.
Yes,
and there's a push to source local artists.
Yes,
I mean, my husband's an artist. I think that's so cool.
It is so cool because everybody wants something special nowadays. Yeah. So you don't want to, necessarily go to Home Goods or, get the artwork there. And meeting a local artist or going to an art fair or something like that and finding somebody that would say, hey, I really like your style, but could you add a little something here or tweak it this way?
That's what we see at the art fairs and he'll literally sometimes like add something to it while the show is going on. Which is cool to see.
That is really cool.
Yeah, it's fun to watch that.
But just think, you have a customized piece.
Yeah.
So that's the kind of thing that we're trying to steer people towards, is finding really unique things and going to local artists.
That's really cool. I love that. What are you most excited about that's coming up for you?
So I have a really new venture that I'm doing. A couple friends of mine, we actually met, not really at Market, but kind of at Market. We were in High Point at a convention of vacation rental design. That's a whole nother world.
Oh, I can imagine.
It's a whole world. So
for
these
sure,
designers are specifically targeting people with vacation rentals, and they will go and design these places for them. I'm like, mansions. These are castles and Like there was a lady there doing a chalet in the south of France.
Oh,
like this is
fancy.
a big deal.
Wow.
So I met actually an artist, a friend of mine from here went with me, and then we met 2 other designers. So a designer in New York and a product inventor in Corpus Christi. And we just became friends. Like we hit it off immediately. We went all the classes together. So we started a little group called the Design Besties. So cute.
That is so cute. I love it.
Cute. So the Design Besties, we did a project last weekend in Plano. We remodeled a teacher's lounge in the Bowman Middle School. So in East Plano.
Love it.
And one of the PTA members just messaged me and said, hey, do you have any free or cheap furniture to give away? Because we need something for our teacher's lounge. And I said, well, just send me some pictures. Let me see what it looks like. And I was like, yeah, you need a little bit more than some
Those
furniture.
teachers' lounges are rough, girl. Oh, my gosh. Yeah, they're rough.
So we completely remodeled it. It looked amazing. The teachers came back from fall break and saw it, and it has
amazing.
been a thing. So it has hit the internet. It is going crazy, and we're thinking about going, cross country and doing remodeling teachers' lounges.
Oh, I think that's amazing. I love that, and the teachers deserve it.
They do.
Oh my
They
gosh.
need it.
Y'all know how bad your kids are,
Yeah.
okay? They need a few minutes away from our bad kids, so that they can have a
And
decent
middle
cup of coffee.
Oh, middle
That's a whole
schoolers.
different.
That's a
whole different
thing.
level. They're so bad.
Yeah. So that was very, very much needed. In the room before, the PTA said they would just go in, heat up their lunch, and just leave. Like they'd go back to their classroom. They didn't want to hang out in there.
Yeah. Oh my goodness.
So now we've got reports, we've got pictures of people. Hey, we're hanging out in the lounge. Like they love it, and it's been
That's
good.
awesome.
So.
I love that. I love that. How do you rest? What's that?
I have a cabin in Maybank by the lake. Like literally, you can walk to the lake.
Oh, that's beautiful.
And it is I don't know what it is about this place, but I literally sleep the minute I walk in the door to the minute I leave. Like it is the most restful place that I've ever known. And that's kind of where if I'm the end of the week or even sometimes in the middle of the week, I'm like, hey, I need a day or two.
But you can recognize that with yourself, and that's huge.
Oh yeah.
Because most people don't. They get to the point where they're at burnout, and it's too late by then.
Right.
So I love that for you.
That's my rest.
Oh my goodness. Well, where can people find you?
Well, we're on everything at the Design Quad like 4. People say squad all the time, which I think is cute.
It is cute.
I love it.
It is cute, but Quad is where they find you.
Quad is where they find us.
You got to be careful typing it wrong because you don't know what you might get.
Right,
so, yeah.
right. It's on. We're on Instagram. We're on Facebook. We're online, thedesignquad.com.
Awesome.
So that's where we are.
Well, thank you so much for being here today.
Thank you.
I had a blast.
Me too.
I'm not giving up my white, but I might paint a wall cinnamon slate.
I love your green couch. So whatever you have is good.
Awesome. Well, thank you again for being here. It was a blast.
You're welcome.
All right. Hey, guys, that's another Winning Women's Wednesday.